Peace and blessings and a whole lot of love. I came across an article on blackgirlsareasy.com. I'm feeling it really necessary to share this information that I'm learning because so many of us women are just being gaslighted by these men. I mean, I learned a lot of valuable lessons, so nobody can come in my life and gaslight me. I would rather be single, be by myself, than be with a man that doesn't honor me, respect me, and doesn't see me in his future. He only wants me temporary. I'm not trying to be second to another woman. I'm not trying to be a placeholder. I'm not trying to be none of that. So that's why I study and I get all this knowledge from men who is just being bluntly, brutally honest. A lot of women gotta wake up. You with a man 3, 4, 5 years having his baby, thinking y'all in a relationship, thinking he gonna marry you, think he's gonna commit to you, think he's gonna be in with you long term. But y'all end up in the placeholder position because he doesn't even see you worthy of having his last name. Or just see you worthy period of committing to you. And then y'all get mad when you realize he's been playing you all these years, but there's so much information up there that you can use it to apply to your life so you won't be getting played by these men because they all be lying and they gonna run game to get what they want because their goal is to bust a nut. See how fast they can get it and whether or not they gotta work for it. And a lot of women be falling for it. And a lot of women be falling for, oh, he's with me. No, he's not with you. He's with that coochie. See, as long as you opening up them legs, spreading the eagle, and allow him to come over whenever he want to get what he want, and you don't challenge him, you're not vexing him, you're not doing anything, you all giggly, you thinking this man really give a damn about you when he don't. So that's why I decided, because when I first did this channel, it was basically but for spiritual. But spirituality also goes into sex. Sex is so powerful. And when you lay down with people, you are sleeping with every other person that man has slept with. You are sleeping, when you lay down and give yourself to a man, you are sleeping with every other woman he has slept with. Sexually transmitted diseases is real and it's hard to get rid of. People are creating these healthy soul ties. Sex is powerful. And it can be used for so much more, but people got to go out there and they got to seek that knowledge. Peace. But let me read this article. Lust rules everything around us. I seen a girl who went from virgin 1 year to 10 partners the next year. I know a guy who emptied out his living girlfriend's bank account to spend it on a new girl he desperately wanted to smash. I received an email from a woman who swore she was too smart to get game, yet ended up on a heartbreaking end of a one-night stand that shattered her self-esteem. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. All it takes is the right person saying the right thing at the right time, and all your sex rules and moral theories go out the window. We all have bodies on our list that we like to forget. The irony when it comes to sex is that women tend to regret their past partners more than men. I wish I never fucked him. It's more common than I wish I never fucked her. Why? For men, it doesn't matter if it lasted 1 minute or an hour. If she came or if she rolled over in disappointment. Men come 99.9% of the time. Doesn't matter how she looks, her body is shaped, what color she is, or how much he likes her. Sex is always a victory because the result is a nut. There's little concern over what happens after it is over. The only time a guy has regret is if he ends up getting burnt, gets caught creeping on his girl, or if she pops up pregnant. And a lot of women don't even realize that baby that you decide to bring forth into this world, that man secretly never wanted that child. See, a lot of women are having babies by these men on purpose and not sitting down discussing with this man whether or not he wants this child, whether or not he could afford this child. I had a side chick tell me that my husband was going to be able to take care of her child financially. Little did she know I know more about my husband because I was the one that married him than she would ever know. He can't afford that baby. and neither could she. Anyway, moving right along. On the other side of the fence, there are women who just want sex too. But there are even more who need a connection, need to see potential, and who obsess over what happens next because they don't want to end up giving away something so special to someone who doesn't appreciate it or isn't skilled enough to blow her back out as a consolation prize. A woman's sex life is a slot machine. Small dick, big dick, but can't work it. Come too quick, can't stay hard, too rough, not not rough enough, and the list goes on. Men talk a big game, but to hear a woman tell them most can't handle business when they finally get it. To be fair, some guys don't care about performance. Again, the nut is the win, not the praise after it's over. So he's all about getting a nut. Still, it's a fucked up situation. If the guy ends up becoming her boyfriend despite being trash in bed, she has to deal with being sexually frustrated in the name of love. If the guy is just a one-time thing, she has to deal with, do I even add this nigga to my body count after that weak-ass performance? No matter if she's looking for love or just a dick pic, sex is all risk and often little reward for women on the dating scene. Unlike in the past, women not only have a voice when it comes to sex, they aren't afraid to call men out, which leads to, what the rest of this article, which leads to what? Because he don't got the rest of the article. He don't have the rest of the article right there. Yeah, he don't got it. Okay, anyway, let me go back over. Let me finish reading. Very interesting article. Okay, let's see. No matter if it's an attempt to expose his weak performance or a girl looking to embarrass him with secret details of his life, all the guy has to say is, I still beat it though. It is all about protecting the fragile male ego from being damaged, and it works because we as men will nod along like, he got you there. The male mind puts pussy on a pedestal. Dudes can be ugly, broke, suck at sports, have a hairline that starts at the top of his head. But if he's able to get pussy, then he will always get props from other men. No matter where you grew up in America or what race you are, young boys are patted on the back for conquering women. Think about the way we talk about sex. Beat, smash, crush, shit. It's all about the male doing something to the female as if her vagina is just an object to be destroyed. Doesn't matter if he lasted 2 minutes, his dick was small, he ate her ass, or any other thing a woman would use to emasculate him. The very nature that he got to stick his dick in her cancels out everything she's yelling. Welcome to the double standard of the universe. And the man would say, I don't even know why I hit that. I just know I won't wife that. So y'all walking around here giving up your ass thinking he the one. But he has no one. His only intention with you is to fuck you and bust off a nut. And as long as you spread an eagle, he's going to continue to do that. There's just so much information out here that we can learn as women from the men who's giving this information so we can make better choices and not get played. Most of you will have sex before you even enter a relationship. Many of you will have sex with him in the first 2 weeks because he's cute, has potential, or just caught you at the right time. That's your prerogative as a grown woman. Fuck who you want. However, the reality of dating dictates that 4 out of 5 guys you date are going to be running game, not interested in anything else with you, or realize after a few conversations you aren't what he's looking for. Cold world. Doesn't matter if you deflect with that. I used him too. He was just dick to me attitude. He's going to feel more empowered than you will. He's going to get more props, and you're going to be the one considered used up despite you both engaging in the same act. Think about how that affects your going to. Think about how that affects your going forward. You end up dating someone the last guy knows. You tell him the truth that the guy was a lame, but the new guy's thinking, so you let that lame be. You try to warn other girls not to date him. All he has to say is, she bitter because I hit and quit. And now your reputation. And let me tell you, that right there, that statement is true. That last statement where when a woman tries to warn another woman about the guy she done dated with, and all he has to do is say she bitter because I hit and quit, or he may say something like, "Oh, she just mad because I won't marry her. She's mad because you got her last name. You got my last name." Gotta wake up. Sex is not an equal playing field for women. It's filled with unfair judgment and double standards. If a man has sex with a woman, he's a winner, and that woman is ran through. A woman can't say anything negative about a guy she slept with, but he can drag her for days because in our society, a woman loses value when she has sex while a man grows in prestige. It's a calculated reaction to shame and downgrade women, and a lot of these nice guys are closet misogynists who can't wait to run and tell your business. You can't afford to be nice to these clowns any longer. You deserve a man that understands that you are meant for everybody, that you have respect for yourself, and that he didn't hit, he was given a gift. It's time to up your standards, control your lust, and rethink who you allow between your legs. So how can you win in a world that sees you as the one that gets fucked, not the one who fucks? How can you avoid the embarrassment of adding to your body count with someone that wasn't even worth it? How can you date a sexual woman and not feel like you have to use gimmicks like the 90-day rule? Simple, you spartan the fuck up and use pussy power in your favor. First night, she gonna let me fuck cause we grown. I hit it, gave her back to the city, she's home, that was that. Drake. Women routinely fuck men who don't deserve their pussy. Then those same men walk out of their woman's life with his head held high, ready to sucker the next chick. Not all men are predators, but when it's been proven that a large percentage of guys put on front for sex, what makes you continue to date with the same strategy that got you hurt in the past? You're falling for every trick in the basic bitch playbook because you're walking around with insecurities that are easy to pick apart. Texting turns to sexing, sending cute pictures turns to sending news, kissing turns into breast sucking, turns into you lifting your hips while he slides your panties off. Should I yell at the man right now and say, hey, stop getting so much easy pussy and only date girls who actually see a future with? No, I turn to you and say, stop the insanity. Women choose who they have sex with. Men are limited to who chooses them. Think about the cutest guy you know. He's been curved. Fact. Think about a girl who you don't think is cute at all. She can go out this weekend and get head from a dude that puts Michael B. Jordan to shame. Fact. What's the takeaway from this? Men are whores. They think with their dicks. Just thinking about when I asked my husband why he was cheating, and he said why he cheated. He said he was thinking with his small head and not his big head. There it is right there. Um, they think with their dicks and their beauty standards in real life really add up to the girls they like on Instagram. Men have a nerve to call women out for fucking on the first date, but they're the ones pushing for first date sex in the first place. These are the hypocrites that you get nervous around. These aren't kings. These are confused little boys who shame you for having sex after they beg, spend, lie, and manipulated to get it. Does he deserve your pussy? Does he? Does he? Oh my gosh. Let me see. These are still B clowns shouldn't have made it to the second date, let alone between your legs. If he turned out to be an immature asshole after sex, then he was one before sex. So why couldn't you see it? Because you were blinded by his hustle. Men have mastered the art of opening up just enough that you think you know them. They give you their sad family story, the bad breakup story, the ambitious business story, all manufactured to make you feel closer to him. He's being vulnerable, so you start to open up. Earth to Basica, you don't know this nigga. You haven't even poked holes to see if his stories adds up. You are going along for the ride, and at this point, you can't blame it on anything but your own naive. It's not about when you have sex. It's about why you have sex. Because I'm horny, because I didn't want to push him away, or because it just happened. How old are you? The common denominator in your failed love life is you choosing the wrong man to give yourself to. If you want to stop the cycle of choosing wrong, Make them jump through hopes by truly showing you who they are over time. Guys who are just after sex are littered with red flags you only see after the fact. It's time to shine a light on these dusty asses long before you reach that level. You have Mr. Potential. You finally meet a guy who has his shit together, educated, career, no kids, no drama, and he's trying to date you, not chill with you. You thank the Lord and you and you go into date hoping he likes you, shaking my head. You already lost, baby girl. Your first mistake was feeling lucky and blessed to meet someone decent. You a quality woman. Every man you meet should fit that description. You allow your past history meant to make this new guy a unicorn. He's special only because your last few dates were mediocre. Mediocre. You are now dating to impress, not dating to impress. Your weak-ass fangirl mentality becomes transparent on the actual date. This man knows he handsome. He knows he doing better than the average man that you meet. And now he knows you're easy talking because you are gushing all over him. You want a man like him? You've been praying for a man like him. You're getting older. You have to make this work. It doesn't matter if you don't know him or have yet to vet him. Your anxiety has high off potential and willing to fit into what he likes in order to get that happy ending. Oh my God. oh my God. Then you got Mr. Communication. In a world where guys are aloof and fake busy, you finally meet one that gives you the level of attention you always crave. He's good at texting, not just to check in, but to engage you. He FaceTimes to talk about his day. He calls you just because he wants to see you multiple times a week. Damn, this attention feels good. Time doesn't bond people. Contact us to be bit lot. What the heck? To be bit lies with the person's personality every day for 2 weeks creates a false sense of knowing them. You develop trust because your mind is whispering. He wouldn't have time to talk to anyone else. He's always talking to me. Trust leads to the dropping of your guard. These conversations go for a typical getting to know you chit-chat to deep talks about your life. He's your therapist when it comes to your past. He's your best friend when it comes to talking about the ups and downs of your day. It only been a matter of a week, but you love him. Lowercase. I rapidly approaching the L. And then he goes on to say how he beats. This article is okay. Security is a penny dropper. Imagine if you're a woman that had to deal with a male disappointment from the time you were a kid. Dad, stepdad, teacher, first boyfriend, they all hurt you in some way. To meet a man who is there for you to talk to help, to listen, and leaves an impression no matter how long you know him. Mr. Communication didn't win you over with a fantasy of being a perfect man in terms of materialism. He won you over by being a perfect man in terms of emotional maturity and understanding. A man like that feels safe. When you two are alone, he goes for it, and what? Wait a minute. A man like that feels safe. When you two are alone, he goes for it. What excuse is there to say no? You know him, you trust him, you're horny. After sex, the communication gradually begins to change. His excuses are legit at first. New job, new schedule, going out of town. There's always some new wrinkle that throws off the old routine, and you accept that. However, it never goes back to the previous routine. The texts are few and far behind. The FaceTimes and the calls are non-existent. Your product is telling you that you're making it all up and that it'll go back to normal. It never does, and your emotions don't know how to handle the loss of not only a friend, but the fact that you were gamed. Then you got Mr. Rebound, aka Mr. Brightside. A rebound isn't reserved for a recent breakup. Many of you haven't had dating success in years. You're not rebounding from one guy. You are rebounding from striking out month in and month out. The rebound guy is different from Mr. Potential because most of these guys aren't really that amazing. They're just there to give you what you need, affirmation that you're wanting. That's why I also called him Mr. Brightside. Sure, he's broke, but he's nice. Sure, he's not physically appealing, but he's stable. He's not what you're looking for, but he's persistent, so he gets a shot at a woman like you that usually out of his league. It could be that associate from back in the day that suddenly sends you a message on social media. That guy who always liked you, who finally gets you to agree to a date. Basically, any man that weighs you down as opposed to wows you. Where does this open mind come from? Fair. You don't know what you are doing out here. You don't know how to pick men. You don't know how to get to the ones you want, and you've been hurt by them. Like that chick who starts wearing yoga pants days a week, you giving up and are in a fuck it mode. And how he be. Abstaining from sex isn't hard when you don't have any options. Turning down men that are lazy in their efforts or who push too hard is easy. Let's see how you do when left alone with a man who likes you more than you like him. Nice guy empower those women who have been neglected or who are in their drought. He's on your plate so you feel strong and comfortable around him because unlike guys that intimidate you, there's no need to be shy. Mr. Brightside knows that it's been forever since you even had sex. Oh my God. So he's going to push your buttons, back massage, foot massage, and classic let me taste it. And at the moment of oral sex isn't really sex, he's going to slide all the way home. After sex, you're going to run into one of the most common things. I emailed you. I fucked a guy who I didn't even like that much. And he had the nerve to ghost me. Then you got Mr. Thirsty. Your personality is so bomb that men chase you. Your sex game is so elite that they want to wife you. Welcome to the world of thirst. Your ego is telling you it's all about how amazing you are, but reality has proven that there are men predisposed to be hard up due to insecurities you didn't bother to uncover. This kind of guy can't come in any form. Handsome guy, rich guy, work husband, internet crush. It doesn't matter what mask he's wearing. It's only after sex do you realize that he likes you more than you like him to the point of annoyance. You know the type. He starts asking about a relationship using L word way too fast. Wants you to meet his family. It's as if he's the girl and you the boy. This shit is the value of your vagina. Pussy is priceless. Is rewarded to the best, not given to the latest crush that gets you drunk off of brown liquor. Oh my God. You have to appreciate that what's between your legs is invaluable. Men will never change, they will never grow up, and they will never stop trying to rob you blind. Then he got this turn the tables on him. A man goal is to fuck me. He will be nice to me. He will be sweet to me. If that doesn't work, he will ignore me. He will threaten me. He will challenge me. He will push me away, then try to pull me back. He will even act as if sex isn't important. These are games. His goal is to fuck me. So he's saying to memorize that statement. So every time you meet a man, just remember that his goal is to fuck you. And I've read and I've learned that when a man meets a woman or see a woman he's interested, he's sizing her up for any insecurities she may have. And they also said that he wants to see if he can fuck her, how fast he can fuck her, and whether or not he have to work for it. And he got a different type of games and plans. Like the first game he's gonna run on you. If that don't work, he's going to try a new type of game to run on you. If that don't work, and he's going to keep trying until he eventually get what he want. But the book, gotta live and you learn. You got to live and you learn. I'm telling you, I'd rather be single because it's just too much game being run on women and women fighting over men that don't even have no respect for them. Women are fighting over what we got women wanting what another woman has because she thinking he gonna treat her the same. You got women out here getting pregnant on purpose so they can end up with a child support check or end up or so this man can be a part of her life for the next 18 years. It's just so much shit going on in this world that I'm just like at the point like fuck a relationship. Like I am best off by myself because I am not desperate. I'm not thirsty. I'm not hung up on no dick because I can satisfy my damn self. Lessons to be learned, ladies. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. God's his idea.